And so we've finished our Vasisthasana for the moment. And the recordings are there in the studio if you're loving that upper body strength and the balance that we were doing. And Mandy had the suggestion we do something for spring. I don't know how much of my sequence is spring. The reading definitely is. And I just thought we'd change it up a bit. So that was quite a strong sequence of Vasisthasana and lots of upper body work and lots of standing postures. So I thought we would do just really different today and start lying down on our mats and slowly come to standing and do lots more floor work. So that's going to be a lot more. We'll work with core, but a lot more really opening and allowing our bodies to rest in positions and feel the opening of those different positions. So if you want to have a block or cushion close by for some support in some of the lying down postures, then feel free. As usual, I'll do lots of options of how to position yourself. So I'm actually going to invite you to come down to lying down to get started rather than sitting. And I suppose kind of along the lines of this spring theme, I'd like you to think of yourself as like this seed that's been lying dormant in the soil. And this warm weather and blue skies are starting to awaken something within you. And so I invite you first just to start to focus on the breath. And as we've been doing with our practice, I do really love the equal ratio breath to begin our practice. 5, count in, 5, count out. Just helps to bring your awareness to your breath. And when your awareness is in your breath, then it comes into your body. So our bodies are here, but our minds are often somewhere else. So the breath is the link that tethers us, anchors us, brings us back. And you can have knees bent or have the legs long in Shavasana. It's up to you. Just starting to feel that you're coming into your body. Feel the ground supporting you. Feel the breath flowing through you. Feel the breath equalizing, finding some ease within that. The beautiful Chinese poet Wu Men, I love this poem he has. He says, 10,000 flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, a cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind isn't clouded by unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. This moment right now, this time you are living, this is the best season, no matter what's happening. Breathe and feel your body. This is the only moment we have. And so I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. Feel into this heart space that really actually knows that you can get in touch with your joy at any moment. And create an intention for your practice. A way of being that honors this moment.
And bringing your knees up to your chest, give them a hug. And just a little roll side to side. Start to massage into your low back. And then slowly make those into circles. So for those of you who might have come in before I finish my little introduction of what we're doing today, we're just really changing it up. We're going to do a lot of floor work today. So circling around, make those circles bigger and bigger. Maybe stopping using your hands so you are actually using your core a little bit to control the legs. And feel like you're looking for every little bit of your low back, your bottom to give a massage to. And then go the opposite way. If there's any strain on your back, then feel free to use your hands to support and feel free to make the circles smaller. But if it's possible, make them nice and big. You can feel all those muscles working. Beautiful. And then bring your feet back onto the mat. Take them about as wide as your mat and start to windscreen wiper them side to side. So just let them flop side to side. And if it feels good, whichever one's flopping in towards the center, you can even really try to press it down and extend that stretch through that hip if that feels good. Otherwise, keep it nice and gentle. Still feeling the breath in the body. Maybe you're keeping with the 5 count, maybe you've let that go. It's up to you. And then bringing the legs back to center and taking them up into the air and using your hands just to give a little rub to the backs of the legs. The knees are soft, our hamstrings are still waking up. Maybe a little tap into the backs of the legs. And it's kind of nice when you're doing a floor practice, you might want to have your eyes as closed as much as possible. Or if you're outside like Mandy, maybe Bev, I can't see where you are, maybe you're just loving looking at beautiful nature around you. And then both arms are up to the sky and circle your wrists, your ankles, dead bug pose. Really stretch your heels towards the sky. And then let that right leg come down and the left knee come into the chest. Extend through that right leg. Feel as if you're trying to get longer. You touch the wall that's there past your right foot. And really squeeze the knee, the left knee into the chest. Create some compression in that left side of your torso. And then breathe in and bring your nose up to touch your knee. And breathe out and come down. Doing that 2 more times. Breathing in and out. Slow and deep. And then straightening that left leg. Give it a little rub again. Press the heel towards the sky. And then take the hand up the back of the leg wherever you can comfortably hold without lifting your shoulders off your mat. There can be a little bit of bend in the knee. So it's not locked there at the knee. And again, rising up. Lift the shoulders off now. Lengthen. If this is too strong for your neck, then don't do the lift. And breathe out, come down. So we're getting some hamstring stretch and a little bit of core as we lift up towards that leg. In breath lifts, out breath we come down. In breath, out breath, flow down. And then bend that knee. Take it across to your right side. Left arm extends out at heart level, and we just come into an easy side lying twist. It's also called the Maltese cross, or the Sanskrit name for this pose is Shava Uttarakarsanasana. I like to say that. And so extend through your left fingertips and then take them a little bit higher, just about 3 inches higher. So they're higher up above your head rather than straight out at the heart. Notice how that feels. And really try to reach through your fingertips as if you're trying to touch something that's just out of reach. And if it feels okay, press your left knee down towards the earth. If that's too strong, don't do it. So it's like you're pressing in opposite directions. Knee is the foundation, holding, pressing, and reaching through that left arm. And then kind of go up and down with the arm until you find the angle where you're getting the best sort of stretch through your pec muscles to the chest, wherever you're feeling that through your shoulder. And take 3 more breaths. Feeling the in and out, the deep and slow, calm and the ease. And then release your leg. Bend the right knee. Take hold of the inner arch of your left foot and draw that knee in towards the armpit. So a half happy baby. And then let the right knee drop open as a counterbalance. And again, just give a little massage into that left hamstring. Give them so much love. Taking our time. Letting this feel juicy and nice and nurturing. 10,000 flowers in spring. You're probably seeing them everywhere with the blossoms. This is the best season of our lives. When our minds aren't stuck in the past or racing to the future all the time, but just feeling our lovely bodies, our breath, and the blue sky above. And then bring both legs back into the knees, knees into the chest again. And a little roll back and forth, just an activation along the spine. If that doesn't feel good, if that feels too strong on the spine, you could just do a little roll, side to side. And then let that left foot come down, the right leg is bent. Bring that knee right into the chest and then extend through the left leg if that's okay and it doesn't put strain on your back. Bring that right knee right into the torso. You want to feel some compression there on that side, waking up those organs. And then breathe in, lift the nose to the knee if that's okay for your neck. Breathe out, flow back down. Doing that a few times. Lifting with the in-breath, flowing down with the out-breath. Smile. Release. Present moment. Wonderful moment. And then beginning to straighten that right leg towards the sky, giving the hamstring a little love there. And then holding the right leg wherever it's comfortable, bending that left knee if you need to. Shoulders stay on the mat just for the moment where you find where you're going to hold your leg. Press the heel away. Knees slightly soft, and then breathe in and lift up towards the leg. Breathe out, release down. The heel is lifting to the sky. You can feel your lower abdominals lifting towards the leg and flowing back. Breathing in, lift. And flowing back down. And then bending that knee, taking the outside of the right knee and then rolling over towards the left. Right arm extends out to the right. Keeping that right shoulder on the mat. And the left hand can encourage the left knee over. And then stretch through, look towards the right hand and stretch that hand out. There's something just 2 inches away that you're trying to grab. Palm is facing up. And then take that hand a bit higher, up above the shoulder, maybe above the crown of the head. Find a little juicy spot where you're getting the nicest stretch through the fibers of your chest, shoulder. And using that left hand to really anchor the right knee in place and stretch through the fingertips of your right hand. This is active. We're not just flopping into position here, unless that's what you really want to do, if that feels good. The knee is pressing away, fingertips, we're wringing ourselves out in opposite directions like a dish rag. 2 more breaths. Breathe. Open, extend. Feel that point on your torso where the twist happens. And then roll yourself back to center. Bend the left knee, hold the inside of the right foot. Half happy baby. Let that left knee open out to the side. And just let that right knee come down towards the earth. Then release the knee, both legs in towards the chest. And then rolling over onto your belly. Let's do a little bit of belly work. So onto Sphinx position first. Elbows under the knees. Squeeze your ankles together. Point your toes and draw your heart forward. Feel the breath as you breathe in, your belly pushing towards the earth. And as you breathe out, press your elbows down into the earth and get yourself a little bit taller while you're still touching the base of the big toes, the heels, the ankles together. The legs are active. Breathe out, tuck the chin. Shoulders don't drop, they stay strong. Breathe and look forward. Breathe out, look over the right side. Breathe in, look forward. Squeeze the legs. Breathe out, look over the left. Breathe and look forward. And then for the next 5 breaths, you have a play with your head, finding your stretch for the neck. And either keeping your elbows really strong, so the only thing that's moving is the head, or you might want to get the elbows involved in the moving as well. What would feel nice here? Breathing in and out. Slow and deep. Feeling calm and ease. Smiling and releasing. Present moment. Wonderful moment. And then taking the hands under the shoulders, tucking your toes, rising up into our cat position. 3 cat-cows. Keeping them soft, but keeping them strong and really pushing the earth away, really tucking the chin. Oh, that can feel good just to pause there now. Chin tucked, hands pressing into the earth, upper back lifting. And then taking the right leg and straightening it. Taking the left arm straight overhead. Come into our bird dog pose as you lift the right leg up. And little pulses of both the arm and the leg to the sky. Still breathing, using that right glute. Really consciously squeeze that right glute. And it's just tiny pulses up. And then the arm comes down, leg comes down, straighten the left leg. Take the right arm forward. And then lift the left leg. Tiny pulses, squeezing that left glute. Just pulsing a little bit from the shoulder. Helps if your lower abdominals are tucked in. The pelvic floor is lifting. And coming down, tuck the toes. Come up into dog position. Press one heel down and then the other. Spread your fingers wide. Look side to side with your head. And then come back down into tabletop position. Extend through the right leg again. And this time, bend the knee and lift the foot towards the sky so you have it flexed. You're squeezing that right glute. And just little pulses towards the sky. And then add the left arm. And you'll notice we're in a little bit of a balance. So we're going to increase that a little bit, and you're going to take your right arm around and grab your ankle. And now little pulses towards the sky, holding onto the foot. Feel what opens, feel the quads stretching a bit with that. Breathe in and out, deep and slow, strong and at ease. And then release that leg, come to the other side. So left leg rises, it's bent, it's flexed. Little pulses there first, settle yourself there. Bring in your lower abdominals. Bring up your pelvic floor. Now add your arm. And then turn that right palm away. Reach around, grab your ankle, nice and balanced. Little pulses. It helps to turn a little bit towards that right side. You can feel that twist through the spine. If that doesn't feel good, just keep it where we were. 3 more breaths. Smile and release. And let that leg go. Beautiful. Tuck the toes back up to downward dog. Heels still pressing down, bottom moving side to side. Fingers spread wide. Reaching your bottom up towards the sun. Beautiful bottom, the plant that's emerging from the earth, growing up towards the light. And then the knees come down. Let's come back down onto our backs. Beautiful. Bring your feet in as close as you can to your bottom without using your hands to get them there. They're about hip width apart, so if you took your hands out down your hips, you could feel your outer ankle. Just have a look down. You want to make sure they're straight, they're not flopping off to the side or coming in, so the feet are parallel to each other. Squeeze your bottom and lift your hips just slightly so your low back comes off the mat. Check out your knees, make sure they've stayed straight, that they haven't flopped in on themselves or flopped out. So you're keeping your legs as really strong foundation for bridge. Then breathe out and replace your back on the mat. With your in-breath, flatten the low back first and then peel the spine one vertebra at a time up off the mat until you can feel the mid-back lifting off the mat. Check your knees, squeeze the glutes, press into the heels, and then breathe out one vertebra at a time from the middle back, pressing the spine back into the mat. See if you can feel each vertebra as it comes down. So we're wanting some segmental awareness and mobility. Different parts of our spine have different mobility. So once again, on your in-breath, lifting. This time you'll start to feel yourself coming up onto your shoulders, squeezing the glutes, pressing the heels. And then one vertebra at a time from the shoulders, coming down. So if you watched yourself doing this in a mirror and saw other people doing, you'd see some people feel, it looks like they can just put one vertebra, their spine's really like a snake, nice and mobile. The low back tends to be stiffer anyway, that's normal. And some will move in big blocks and chunks quite stiffly. So breathe and rise up. Come up as high as you can now. Really squeeze the glutes. Lift your belly button to the sky. Tuck your chin in. Feel how that can give you a little bit more space there as you tuck the chin and lengthen the back of the neck. And then breathe out, coming back down. Your legs should be working, so make sure that they're not flopping in or out. That you're keeping, maybe pressing the big toes down to make sure the knees don't flop in on each other. And then let's come up again. Slowly rising with the in-breath. Tuck the chin, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen your arms along the mat. So if you're trying to hold your heels, maybe you do reach your heels, maybe not. Maybe you're just pressing the palms down into the mat to help you lift. Work those shoulders down. Sometimes it helps to squeeze the shoulder blades and it rolls you onto the outside of your shoulders. So the chest, a little bit of a lift, chin is tucked. You're being really kind to your neck, so you could keep this lower if that works better for your neck. And then breathe out slowly, one vertebra at a time, come down. And then bring the knees into the chest. But we're going to come back and stay there for 5 breaths. Bring your nose to your knees. And so you have some options of what to do with your arms. So breathe in and lift. Heels are tucked in close. So you can either hold your ankles. You can bring your hands to the insides of your ankles and press outward with the backs of your hands. You could have your hands resting underneath your hips, resting on your elbows if you can get your hips that high. You could just be pressing down with your hands. Or you could come up and down if it doesn't feel good just to rest here. So you choose. Tuck your chin in. Breathe. Knees are aligned. Feet are active. Breath is long and slow. Pressing into shoulders, maybe elbows. Feet pressing into the earth. Glutes squeezing, helping lift the hips. 2 more breaths. The bridge pose, our bridge between winter to spring, our hibernation to our waking up, longer days, active, planting seeds that we want to water and come to fruition. And then slowly coming down, well done. Knees back into the chest. Come back into happy baby. Now a full happy baby pose. Both feet up, holding the arches, and a little massage. So feel your low back. Don't let the low back pop up. And sway side to side and massage in. So Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose we just did, of course, is a back bend. It's generally considered a fairly safe and gentle back bend compared to others. And then straighten the legs if you can. If your hamstrings and your inner thighs are going to let you, and you can keep rolling side to side. Wake up those inner thighs. We've been squeezing them together in our Sphinx, making them work a bit to stabilize our knees in bridge. Now just let them open out. Together. Bring the right leg towards the sky, left leg's bent. Lift your hips again, just like we did in bridge, but not very far, and take your hips over to the right and place them back down. And then let that leg come over to the left, keeping it straight if possible. If that's not possible, go ahead and bend it. So we're back into a side twist, but this time with a straight leg. Still extending like we did the other time through the right fingertips. If you can, holding your big toe with that left arm extended out at shoulder level. That's a bit crazy. Looking to the right, or you could be holding the left sole of the foot, the arch. If that's too strong, you could have your cushion or block supporting the leg. And then once again, stretch through, look to the right hand, find that angle that feels good. Feel the shoulder blade engaging, drawing back as the fingertips lengthen. Feel that point of twist at your torso. And then bend the knee, release, come back. Put the right foot on the ground. Left leg rises up. Press into the right foot, lift your hips, take them about 3 inches to the left. Put them down and then come over to your right. Left arm extends as you counterbalance. Holding the left big toe. That leg is coming up to shoulder height, so it meets your arm at shoulder height if possible. Lift the head and then place it back down as you look to the left so the neck is aligned. Press that left shoulder down and lengthen through the left fingertips. Find that place in your torso where the leg moves to the right, the arm to the left, where the twist occurs. That point of bringing, of twisting. Beautiful. And then bend the knee. Come back to center. Cross your ankles and roll yourself up to sitting. So left leg's extended, right leg comes over the left knee. Sit up nice and tall, drawing that left knee in, or sorry, the right knee in. And then take that left arm around and either at your elbow or forearm or hand, draw that knee into your chest and you're sitting up nice and tall. Breathe in, lengthen up through the spine. Take your right hand behind you and you're pressing into your fingertips. So they're making a little teepee behind you to help you lengthen the spine. Breathe in and then breathe out. Look behind and really draw that right shoulder back so we come into a twist. There's no collapsing through the chest. You're sitting up as tall as you can. With each inhalation, the spine grows taller. And then exhale, look forward. Inhale, look behind. Increase the twist if you can. Exhale, look forward. Beautiful. And then release the body forward. Take the leg next to the left knee again instead of having it over. Take the arms high. Come to the inside of that right knee and reach forward. Press into the knee, reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. And then breathe and come high. And then take the right leg forward, left leg over the right knee. Draw the left knee into your chest and then place it back down. Take the right arm around elbow, forearm, hand, holding that knee. Lift the heart, sit up tall, and take the left hand behind. Shoulders are nice and open, spine is tall. Breathe in. And then breathe out, look behind. Think of this as a heart opener, this twist. There's no collapsing through the chest. Breathe in. And then breathe out, look forward. Breathe in, look behind. Lengthen the twist, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, look forward. Breathe in, look behind. Breathe out forward, uncross the legs, take the arms high, and then come inside that left knee and lengthen. Reach, reach for me. You're trying to grab each other's hands. Use your belly, draw yourself forward, and then breathe in, come up, and arms come down. So now tuck your right leg, so bend the knee and have that right leg sitting next to you here. If this is too strong for you, then you're going to stay with what we just did. So what we just did was our modified position. Otherwise, we're now going to bring both legs into it. So when the left leg comes across, the right heel is sitting next to your left buttock. Now you could make this a bit more accessible by sitting up on a cushion or a block to raise your bottom up a bit, which makes it so much easier to sit in this position. If you don't have one, then you can either keep that left leg or right leg straight if you like. So we're in full half Lord of the Fishes now. So take the right arm around either elbow, forearm or hand, drawing that leg across so it's straight in front of the chest. Breathe in and lift that left arm to the sky to make you tall. And then breathe out, bring it around behind, fingertips touching the earth again. You're still looking forward, drawing that left knee across. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, look behind. Stay here for 3 breaths, or look forward as you breathe in. Breathe out, look behind, whichever would feel nicer for you. But the whole time you're drawing that left shoulder back. Say to the world that life we were falling apart. The sternum's coming forward, shoulders are reaching back. And then release that left hand, take both arms to the sky. And
then breathe out, arms come down. If you can, take that left leg a little further across. Now we're in cow position and leaning forward. If that's not working for your leg, then keep that leg just out from the knee as we were before. And you can do like a little cat-cow in this position, keeping that leg a bit softer. But if it works to bring it across, this is a big stretch for the hips, the knees. 3 more breaths. We're in cow position and we haven't used cow arms. Can I tell you, I'm a yogi with the tightest hips. It probably took me 10 years to be able to get anywhere close to this pose. I just naturally have tight hips. So let's release those legs, take them wide. Give the legs a little shake. Press the heels and then point the toes. And then just a few little cat-cows here. So just giving a little counter pose. And remember that with all the poses, it's not about actually achieving the pose for itself. It's about the journey of balancing out joints, lengthening muscles that might be shortened. So the pose itself, we've all got different bodies, different ways they're structured. We're not all going to look the same in these poses. All right, so coming the legs back to center. So now we want that left foot tucked around behind, or remembering if that's not available to your body right now, just keep it straight. The right leg coming over so we can be in full half Lord of the Fishes. It's tucked in right next to the knee. Hold the knee and sit up nice and straight. And then take that left arm across. This might be enough for you, but if you want to add the twist, the elbow, forearm, hand, holding that knee. Right arm lifts because we want this to be long and tall, a heart opener. And then that hand comes behind. Breathe in, reaffirm the heart opening, the spine long, and then look behind. 3 breaths, stay here or move the head with the breath. It sort of makes sense both ways, whether you breathe in at the back or at the front. You choose. Just notice how that feels. And then take that right arm high, come back around to face the front. Either staying here and just loosen off that right leg a bit and do some cat-cow positions, or coming into full cow pose, stretch that leg behind so the heels are right tucked in next to your bottom. I'm sitting up on a block. You might be stretching up to sit down, or you could be on a cushion and either flowing up and down or just 3 breaths resting here. Remembering your intention. What seeds are you planting in this beautiful season of growth, of warmth and light re-emerging? Always we have choice. And then breathing in, rising up, uncross the legs. Bring them in front of you. Bring the hands into a forward fold. And a little sway side to side. So we've done lots of opening through the spine, through the legs, twists, hamstrings, hips. So let's go through one round of sun. Just feeling that openness we've created together. So breathing in, lift to the sky. Breathing out, folding. Feeling that we're standing on the soil, breathe in. And
slowly emerging from the cold of winter and lifting our faces, our little flower faces, to the sky. Right leg comes back. Lift the arms. All with this sense of awakening. Oh, with this sense of, like Wu Men, that beautiful Chinese poet tells us, when our mind is cluttered with unnecessary things, we can feel that this is the best season of our life. Coming into plank, modified or full. 3 breaths. Floating down to Sphinx or Cobra, 3 breaths. Tucking the toes, coming to dog or cat-cow, you choose, 3 breaths. Slow and deep. Calm and ease. Right leg coming forward, left leg stays back. Lifting. In our low lunge. 3 breaths. And we made it forward fold. And 3 upward salutes to forward fold. And then the left leg is back. 3 breaths at lunge. Feeling your body awakening. A lovely way to slowly awaken, doing those floor poses first. 3 breaths, feeling the strength at plank. Floating down, Cobra, Sphinx, up dog, 3 breaths, you choose. Downward dog or cat, 3 breaths. Left leg forward, right leg back. Low lunge, 3 breaths. We made it forward fold. Last 3 breaths of our sun. And then we made at Tadasana, mountain pose. Noticing how you feel. Awakened to the day. And finish with our lotus tree. So weight comes onto the left leg. Right knee turns out. Big toe stays on the earth. Or the foot comes to the lower leg. Or you can tuck it into the thigh. Hands come to the heart in lotus position. open your lotus wide there. And placing the seed of your intention there within the lotus. All the seeds of spring. Spring mind, fresh, ready to blossom. And then taking that overhead. Take that lotus blossom at the crown of your head, elbows open, so the heart is open. And offer that seed to the sun. This is what I choose today. And then bringing index fingers and thumbs together in Gyan Mudra, the mudra of wisdom. And taking that seed from the center of that lotus like a golden thread, drawing it out into your life as you spread your arms wide. Hold them at shoulder height. Gyan Mudra like blossoms in each hand. Breathe in, lift the heart. And then breathe out, turn the palms down, flutter the fingers as if you have blossoms already showering around you. Your life in fruition. Right leg comes down. Weight on the right, left knee turns out. Choose your leg position for your tree. Hands back in lotus. Place your intention. Lift that seed and the lotus flower overhead, elbows open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Offering to the light, balanced, open, aware, open-hearted. Gyan Mudra, index fingers and thumbs, taking that seed of intention and lifting it out of the center of that blossom, the center of your consciousness, opening wide, feeling like the fingers are like beautiful flowers in this Gyan shape. Lift the heart with your in-breath. And see yourself today living this intention, the seed of awareness. And then turning the palms down, release the mudra, flutter the fingers like cherry blossoms now opening around you.
The longer I've waited.
And then coming down into Tadasana, mountain pose, just holding yourself there. Beautiful. Palms facing forward. Feeling the light of this day shining through the crown of your head, down through the body and growing deep roots into the earth. And then let's come down just for a little bit of integration before we finish. Down onto the mat, Shavasana. It's actually really beautiful seeing all the colors of your Zoom, next to your Zoom name. It looks like the chakra colors rising up. And so we lie in Shavasana, knees bent or straight, legs straight, you choose. Always you have choice. Make it a nurturing one. Palms open to the sky. That helps keep the heart open, shoulder blades integrated. And take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. You've just released something. Don't even have to know sometimes what you're releasing. Just doing the physical movements of it, the breath work of it, taps into your body's wisdom and it lets go. Take this moment to breathe and feel your feet. Breathe and feel your calves and ankles. Breathe calm, slow, deep. Breathe and feel the low back, the middle back, and the upper back. Feel a river of breath and awareness flowing up and down along the spine. Feel the breath in the chest and between the ribs. Feel the breath softening the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, and the fingers and thumbs. Breathe and feel the breath in the throat. Breathe and feel the scalp, the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the tongue, and the jaw. Breathe and know that you're breathing and feel the whole of the body. The whole of the body. The whole of the body awakening so gently today, stretching and moving, emerging into this day like a seed emerging out of the soil, coming into the light and blossoming into your highest and most beautiful intentions for this day. Thousand flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, a cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind isn't clouded by unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. This is the best season of your life. So to finish our practice, to seal in the awareness, you can finish lying down if you like, or come to sitting, sealing with 3 ohms, sound of creation, all things that are possible. A sound that has been shown as well to stimulate the vagus nerve, to tone it. We know that when it's toned, it's associated with resilience. And
So we bring a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly. We'll place the hands wherever it's comfortable for you. Breathe in deeply to the belly. And as you breathe out, breathing in. Breathing in. Our hands at our heart, feeling the beauty within yourself, within everybody you've practiced with today, and within all living beings. We bow to that beautiful place inside as we say namaste. Thank you.